Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Pan That Palette update. This is update number 9 for my Pan That Palette 2020 and I am trying to pan the Lorac Pro Palette. If you haven't seen the previous updates, I'll have the playlist linked up here for you. And I'm also going to show you now what my palette looked like in the previous updates so you can get an idea of where I've come from and where I'm up to. So this is how the palette is looking now at the end of 11 months of trying to use it as much as possible. The most noticeable difference this month is that I have hit pan on white, and actually it's a pretty significant pan, so I'm really pleased with that. I think I hit it like within a day or two of filming my previous update, so it's had a solid month of being expanded, which is great. That is the most exciting progress that I've made in the last month, but I'm going to run you through each of the shades and kind of whether or not I've made some progress now. So obviously we've talked about white already. Cream I've only been using a little bit because I use that to set my under eye concealer, but only if I'm doing a full face of makeup. So it's had a little bit of progress but not a huge amount. But what I think I'm going to do now, because it is summer now, I'm going to stop using white and I'm going to go back to using cream for my for setting my eyeshadow primer as well, which means I'll be getting almost daily use out of that. I'm just finding the white a little bit too light at the moment, so I think I'm going to just call that one quits and move back to cream and see how much more I can get used up. Taupe has a little bit of a dip in it, but I don't think I'm going to be hitting pan on that in the last month of this project. Same with the two pink shades. You know, you can see that I've used them a bit, but they're not going to be hitting pan. Same, I guess, with Sable, although there's not really a dip in it. You can just kind of see a few little brush strokes in it. Espresso, I have made some progress. I've kind of widened this top bit here, so that's looking okay. Black I've not been using in this project. And then down to the bottom row, so Nude has been expanded a fair bit. I think one of my goals from last month was to have the pan in Nude the same size as the pan in Champagne, and I think I've achieved that. And then Champagne I've not been using for the last month, but same as White and Cream, I'm going to do the same thing with these two shades now. I'm going to stop using Nude for the last month of the challenge, just because it is summer and my skin's a little darker, so I'm going to go back to using Champagne as my highlighter for the last month. I've not used Gold in the last month. Light Bronze I've used quite a lot, so that pan has been expanded down in this bottom corner here. Pewter I have used just a couple of times in the last month, so there is obviously still a good dip there, but it hasn't really changed a whole lot since last month, and then I've not been using these last three shades. So I have been expanding pans and making dips a little bit deeper, so I think I've made a good amount of progress in the last month. Obviously I do have 1 month left to go until the end of the year, so I'm going to try and challenge myself to use as much of this as I can. Obviously we know it's not going to be all gone in the next month, and I don't think I'm going to hit any new pans either, because anything that's not already been hit pan on has still got quite a lot of product left in it. But it would be quite cool to see those pans getting a little bit bigger for the last update that I'm going to do at the end of the year. So Cream and Champagne I'd like to see get just a little bit bigger. Espresso, you know, I'm able to use it in my brows every day, so it'll be cool to see a bit more pan in that. And Light Bronze is just my favourite eyeshadow colour to wear, so hopefully I'll be able to expand those 4 pans for the last update. The big question now, I suppose, is am I going to keep this palette after I finish the challenge? And at this stage I just don't really know. Obviously the product is still fine, there's nothing wrong with it, and I do like the shades in here, especially, you know, the ones that I've gotten a lot of use out of, is because those are my favourite shades. But at the same time, after trying to use it consistently for an entire year, I do get a little bit sick of a product, so I'm not sure if I will be using this too much after this project is finished. I think I'm just going to have to wait and see. I'll keep it in my collection for a bit, and then if I just don't reach for it, then I will move it on, I guess. Anyway, that is going to wrap up today's update. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you have been following along with my Pan That Palette all year. I really hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget there is one more update coming at the very end of the year, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!